Hello, everyone, and welcome to Spirit Messages Meant for You Now. This is going to be a card reading, and it is meant to find you for whenever it finds you, so different people will find it at different times. It's a general reading, so generally it will apply to you, and it will apply to you generally. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you would like a more personal reading, you can check me out at celestialgrove.academy. That's the only way to go through to get a personal reading. So I want to go ahead and get into it today and start reading the energies and see what we got. So let's see what's up. Let's see what we got. I am going to roll some astrology dice first and just kind of get the vibe of what's going on. So let's see what the vibe is with these astrology dice. What is the vibe for the message today for the viewer whenever they need to hear it? All right, so it looks like we got 4. Can you see that? 4. All right. Probably gonna edit some out there just so that you guys don't have to deal with all that. We got this 1 star. We got this, it represents water. And we have the waxing gibbous moon. So I'm hearing slow down. We're building a foundation. A foundation is being built. We need to slow down and make sure that it feels right. And I'm also hearing, Rome wasn't built in a day, you know? You need to be able to feel it. Like, I feel like you're blocking yourself from being able to feel it. But you need to be able to feel, you need to put your feeling into it. Your feelings are important. They're an important part of the process. And I'm also hearing it's time to put yourself first. It's time to put yourself first. And begin to move with self-care first. All right, interesting. I'm going to go ahead and get the cards and see what they say. Let's see what we pull. Yeah, don't read reversed with this deck. So I have the 6 of Wands. So, I mean, we're inspired. We're motivated. We want to move forward. We have to move from a strong foundation, though. Yeah. We got to be wise with our movements. Trust the lessons that we've learned in the past. But yeah, you want to move from a strong foundation. I feel like you're too focused on the past. There's too much focus on the past here that is that could cause stagnation, which is a different type. So you have the motivation and the energy, but you're so worried about that foundation, which is very interesting because I was like, we need that foundation, but now I'm seeing sometimes you can over obsess on that. And the way out is you have to trust your feelings. You have to trust that where you belong. Is that put yourself first, that self-care. Putting yourself first and the self-care will give you the realization of how you truly feel so that you can see where you belong and you can move towards where you want and where you belong. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull from a different deck. This unstable camera is, I don't know, it's making me think of something. It's a part of the reading, you know. It's like you're focused on the foundation because it's not fully stable. If we could stabilize that foundation, but then again, there is the obsession with that too. You do need to move on. You need to trust your gut. Self-care. Again, self-care is what's coming out for the answer there. Right. I pulled this one and I looked at it. This is 8 of Wands, so we have 6. So we're moving on 6, 7, 8 of Wands. You have the passion and the drive. You're overthinking. I don't feel like that belongs on the. All right. I don't take the ones that fall out because I don't want to encourage that kind of activity. All right. Let's see what we got. The 4 of Wands. There's a lot of drive. It's there. You're not allowing yourself to feel it though. There's something there. Yeah. You have the creative spirit. Basically, you have the drive, and you are divinely inspired. Like, I do want to say that. This is confirmation for someone. This part, you are divinely inspired, and you should move forward. But I feel like there is this, you're not going to be able to make the proper decision unless you allow yourself to feel it. You have to allow yourself to feel it. There's something about that. And you need to open up and receive. You need to go through the door first. You need to be willing. You are willing to go through the door. You're worried. You don't know what the outcome will be. You don't really know what's on the other side of that door. You've never gone through that door before. And, I don't know. I feel it's like you need to tap into your feelings. Your feelings will help you make the decisions. If you try to make the decision ignoring your feelings, then you will make the decision towards what you're fearing. But if you're willing to feel through the process, give yourself 24 hours to really feel through before making any big decisions. You got to feel it through. And then and then act. Like, don't give yourself another 24 hours. Like, don't get yourself into stagnation, because that's there too. See, there's a lot going on. Pay attention. There's a lot going on, but be willing to give yourself time to pause and feel things through before you make a decision, and then decide and act on that decision. It is divinely inspired. You are meant to go through, but you need to go through fully trusting yourself and the divine inspiration that you're following. Does that make sense? So pause and give yourself 24 hours to feel things through, and then choose and act. And don't stagnate any longer than 24 hours. Don't sit there and overthink this, because there's a propensity to overthink. All right, let's see what other information we got from the tarot. See any other confirmations we can gain. All right, I will read these reversed. There's some things you want to be reversed. Okay, so I feel like this is saying that this impulsive action on a not fully built foundation has taught you the lessons that was needed to learn, that you needed to learn for this. And because you've learned how to build that foundation, how to pause before you act, but trust the divine inspiration, and then act on that trust with the divine inspiration, the poverty consciousness is reversing. It's releasing. And if you resonate with that at all, please put in the comments, I am reversing my poverty consciousness, my poverty reality, like my poverty consciousness, my poverty reality, something like that, reverse it, claim it, say it, write it, type it, enter, press enter with conviction. The poverty consciousness is reversing into prosperity, consciousness and begin to live and embody that. And you have everything that you need. You have the understanding to be able to do that now. And I'm just confirming to you that it is time. It's time to step into that. And to, yes, taking the pauses and releasing that impulsive action. And instead of jumping from what you think is a good enough foundation, really making sure your foundation is secure and jumping with true trust and understanding of where you are in the process, because you're willing to pause before you act, which is the difference in what you used to do. You used to throw the money away impulsively, saying, here, here, take this and give me the get rich quick or whatever, and you've learned that doesn't work. And you need to move from the true trust of the divine inspiration. You need to be able to feel that trust before you move. And in doing that, you begin to embody someone who does live in abundance and prosperity. And you release the poverty consciousness. All right, let's see if we get any more confirmation. This just flew out, and it is reversed to 5 of Cups. So yeah, the dwelling on the hardships is over. It's over. You understand now how to focus on the good that is coming in. You understand now how to focus on the 2 cups that are working out instead of focusing on the 3 that ain't. So now the 3 that ain't can, go their own way, and you can focus with true love and trust. You don't have to trick yourself no more. It's truth. And the love and the trust of the 2, because you know how to focus now on the 2 cups that are working out instead of the 3 that aren't. And in that, you're going to be able to embody true abundance. It's coming to you. It's on its way. You know that already, but you need to stand strong in the embodiment of it and continue to hold the space as you've been doing it and releasing this poverty consciousness as it's going. And yeah, if you resonate with this, I'm telling you, claim it, claim it. You don't have to claim it in the comments. Say it out loud. Just speak it, Don't speak it to just anyone either, though. But speak it in a safe space. That you're ready to release it. You understand that yes, 3 cups spilled, but you have 2 that you're willing to focus on that didn't spill. And you understand the divine inspiration of taking care of those properly, and you're ready to move forward in your new abundance. All right, beloveds. Let's see what the Journey Tarot is trying to say too. If it can confirm any of this. Yeah, you're 7 of Pentacles. You're building something up. You've been building something up. It feels like a shaky foundation. There's a shaky foundation going on. What is up with that? You're not trusting the divine inspiration. It's turning, if you can trust that divine inspiration, because you got to feel it. And you're doing that. That's happening. You're beginning to feel it. Yes. Yes! It's happening. That's so cool. So yes, you're beginning to feel it. Allow yourself to feel the inspiration and to know that it's divine, and to know that yes, you fumbled 3 cups in the past, but you still got 2 cups up and going. There's a reason for that. Maybe those 3 cups were meant to be fumbled. Let them be fumbled and move on, and trusting in and focusing on the 2 cups that you got, and take care of those. Continue to love and nurture those and feel the love. You need to feel the love. Allow yourself to feel the love and feel the divine inspiration, knowing that it is divine. You are divinely inspired to focus on these good cups now, to take care of those and to love and nurture those good cups now, and to not worry about the 3 spilled cups. Like, yes, they taught you some stuff. Just take the lessons that they taught you and put that into nurturing your 2 good cups and allow yourself to feel the divine inspiration and knowing that it is divine, and you are able to create a more solid foundation now than you ever had before. Look at that that too. Look at the foundation that you had whenever you were fumbling those 3 cups is completely different than the foundation that you've already created and can create to be able to take care of those 2 cups even better, if that makes sense. Believe in yourself and begin to feel the possibilities. All right, I want to get the plant kingdom in here real quick before we move on to our oracle cards. I'm going to grab the plant kingdom and see what comes out. They were releasing. I feel like one more. Yep. So this is looking at what you've gone through and what you need to release differently so that it serves you now. Because yes, you followed ill-advised plans, and yes, it fumbled things, and yes, it caused you to feel, to get in your feels, to feel a certain way. It caused you to feel a certain way, feel a type of way. But it also gave you, how do I say this? Because this is like a good thing and a bad thing. It gave you peace. It gave you a chance to go within. It gave you a time to reflect. You wouldn't have given yourself that time to reflect if it hadn't have happened. If you hadn't followed that bad advice, and if things wouldn't have gone as bad as they did, if you wouldn't have fumbled the cups like you did, And yes, it did feel bad, and it felt like a setback because you withdrew. But it gave you time to withdraw. It gave you the feeling of urgency to withdraw so that you would, if that makes sense. And then, it gave you peace, and then it can help you build the strength and fortitude that you need to be able to make something good out of it. And that's what you're doing now, and that's where you're at now, and that's where you're going now. And that's what I think is beautiful, is I don't have to sit here and tell you that from that within time, take it to build something beautiful with. You already have gained that divine inspiration. I'm here to confirm to you that divine inspiration is right, that you have built that you are building that, and to encourage you to continue to keep going, that it's beautiful, and that you're releasing the focus on the things that fail. You're releasing the past, you're releasing the stuff, and you're standing more in your strength and your power to be able to create abundance in your life, and to protect that abundance too with the knowledge and wisdom that you've gained through the processes that you've gone through. All right, beloveds, that is our tarot card portion of this reading. I'm going to move into our oracle cards. So I'm going to go ahead and clear off the tarots, and I will start with the oracles. So here we go. Stand strong in your strength and your wisdom. You got this. All right, our first oracle deck is going to be, I do believe this is the Star Dragon oracle deck. So I guess the Star Dragons have a message for us today. Let's see what it is. 26, protection, finding what's important. Yeah, I'm hearing there's a decision that has to be made, and in this decision you need to protect what is important. And you have to find what's important before you can know what's important, to protect what's important, to be able to make the correct decision. So you need to give yourself time. And yes, I feel like the Star Dragon is coming through to say that in making your decisions, make sure you're protecting what's important. Yeah, I feel like it's important to understand what your decisions affect outside of just you and your decision, you know? It affects more than just you. So make sure that you're protecting what's important with the ripple effects of your decisions too. This is why you need to take time to really feel your decisions through and make sure you feel open about the choices that you're making. You feel open because you feel safe, because you're protecting what's important. All right, so let's move on to, looks like the second one for us today is the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. So the second message coming out for us is from the Mystical Shaman. So let's see what message we have from the Mystical Shaman. So the Mystical Shaman is coming through to challenge us to see a higher perspective with our journey in life, to see a higher perspective of where we're going. And I think this is like also echoing what the Star Dragon was talking about, those ripples. Like see, like it's saying to come, it's challenging you to come up and see from a higher perspective, look at it from an eagle's eye view, and you need to feel good about your actions. You need to feel in integrity with your actions before you take those steps. So you need to pause and allow yourself to feel, to see how you feel. Look how he's feeling his body. He's pausing to feel his body, to see if his body feels open. Okay, move forward. If his body feels contracted, pause and continue to think and to rise and to see the bigger picture, and to really view, like, look at the ripple effects of your decisions. You know, your decisions are not just for you. They're not just affecting you, they're affecting others too. So think about that too, and protect what matters. But you need to look at the journey from a higher perspective, from a different perspective, and you're being challenged to look at it from a higher perspective. So it may be a little bit of a challenge to find that higher perspective, but you can. You're being challenged to. That's going to help you to be able to feel your way through and to feel good about the actions and the choices and the decisions that you're taking. And I feel like, yeah, you need to pause and you need to take, you need to take inventory, I guess you could say, over everything, but then you need to act on it. You don't want to stay stuck in that pause and that stagnation. All right, the next oracle deck that we are going to read today is the Spirit Allies Oracle deck. This is one I got from Goddess Provisions. So our Spirit Allies, what Spirit Allies are coming through to help us in this process, to understand the pause and to understand the decisions and the actions that is going to be needed to be taken. The dragon is coming through, which I feel that with the Star Dragon card being a chosen oracle deck today. But yes, the dragons are coming through. I feel like you are divinely protected and that's another thing, the trust your divine inspiration, but also to trust your divine protection. I want to get another Spirit Ally. Gemini, playfulness, and perspectives is what's coming through. Being willing to see from a different perspective and to find a way to find a perspective that you can enjoy and to have fun, to play. You are divinely protected. Trust in your divine protection. But make sure that you feel good about the decisions that you're making and you're protecting what's important to you as you make these decisions. And trust the journey, trust the process, and be willing to look at it from a higher viewpoint. To understand that the three cups that fell away for a higher purpose so that the two cups can create even more overflow. That's even possible too. So it's changing your perspective so that you can celebrate even the things that fell apart. All right, let's see what other oracle messages we have today. Next is the shadows of light. So the shadows coming through today to give us a message. It's a message from the shadow. Okay, I won't take them if they throw out like that because I don't want to make that a habit. What is the message? The shadow today. Love, isn't that beautiful? And I feel like it's a challenge. It's a challenge too, and it's challenging you to love more, to add more love in is what's coming through. And it's the shadow telling you to love. And I feel like the shadow is able to say love because of all the work and the love that you've put into the shadow. So the shadow is able to say, you know the power of love, to use it, to make sure that you use it wisely, to use the power of love wisely. And I really do feel like this is a testament to the work that you've done. And I want to say that you are amazing and you've come so far and you are going so far. But to remember to weave with love moving forward. Make sure that you're moving forward with love and loving what you do and loving how you do it, and to move forward with love. And it may be a challenge to remember love during the hardships and to remember that there is a higher purpose even during the hardships. But if you can find a reason to celebrate and trust that you are protected. But I feel like, the shadow's coming through to say to weave love. And I want to say how amazing that is. Like, you've done a lot of shadow work for your shadow to be like, it's time for you to add love. And for your shadow saying that it understands the importance of love and the importance of you moving in love and with love as you move forward and you make your choices. If you may not understand fully what the choices will do, but you understand that if they're done with love, then they were done with the best intentions. You understand the importance of doing it with love. You know what I mean? You understand love and you understand the importance of love in the process. And you have been asked to protect what is important. And you are divinely protected and divinely, as you protect what's important, the divine protects you and your ability to keep what is important protected. And love is important, and you understand the importance of love. So protect that love, and divine will protect you in protecting that love so that you can find a higher perspective and dance with joy. All right, beloveds, the final oracle message for us in this reading is going to come from the Hidden Realms deck. So we're going to look at the Hidden Realms and we're going to see what message we get. Let's see. All right, the Well Watcher, wisdom, power of the divine. And I felt that this whole entire thing, that you have the power of the divine on your side. It's just whether or not you're willing to trust it and feel that trust in the power. And you need to move with your wisdom. I've been feeling that the whole entire time too, is that you need wisdom because you're making a choice. There's a choice that's being made. And you need to be wise about your choice. And part of that wisdom is knowing when to pause and when to act. And you are being led by the divine. And right now I feel like, the pause needs to be, about 24 hours and no longer. Give yourself a day. It doesn't have to be 24 hours either. It could just be 12. But give yourself a sleep cycle. That's all you need is one sleep cycle, no more than one sleep cycle, and to trust the divine inspiration that you are getting, and to trust your own wisdom, because you are smart. You know what is going on. You know the power of love. You know what's worth protecting. And as you protect what is worth protecting, you are protected. You're able to see a higher vision and to move forward with love and joy in your heart. And that is the important part, is that you can find love and joy in your heart in this life, in this journey of life that we lead. Know that you are guided by the divine. You are loved. Take that love and weave a brighter future for yourself, believing in yourself and believing in your purpose. Be willing to feel the love, to feel the joy, and to feel the flow and power of life. All right, beloveds. That is our message today. I thank you all so much for joining me. This is a spirit message for someone out there, for a time that you needed to hear it, and I'm so grateful to be able to deliver it for you. I thank you so much for joining me. Remember, if you want a personal reading, you can check out celestialgrove.academy. Other than that, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I hope that you found something in here. You can take what resonates, leave the rest, and remember to walk in love out there, you guys.